Welcome to the Young Pro Show. My name is David Perry, and we have a special guest here with you. He is a young entrepreneur. His name is Sashien. He's had a lot of success already in his life, and he's here to bring you guys value on how you could start living the life of your dreams. So, Sashien, why don't you share a little bit about yourself, about your story, and what really brings you here today?
Yeah, so David, I am a young entrepreneur. I'm very passionate about marketing, music, and fashion. I'm actually running my own entertainment company now for the last 3 years, and I'm looking to expand it now internationally. So very passionate about music, and I love being able to work with people all over the world, and that's what I'm looking to do for the rest of my life.
Wow, that's absolutely amazing. And have you always been an entrepreneur? Have you always had that mindset?
I've always had that kind of mindset. I think it came to me when I was 17, when I was first running my landscaping company out of high school, and that transpired into school and marketing and business and just being able to learn exactly what it takes to run a business. And my first company after that was a marketing business, and that was focusing on graphic web and printing, and evolved into entertainment afterwards. So right now I'm focused on the entertainment business that I'm in, and that is DJing, being able to focus with different artists to manage them, and also being able to do international events.
Wow, so you've run a few businesses since you were 17.
Exactly.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Sashien, then you could probably answer this question better than anyone. What really does it take to run a business? I mean, I know there's a lot of young entrepreneurs out there that are thinking about it. They want to go after it, but they're not really sure what it's going to take or if they can do it. So from someone with the experience, what advice can you give them?
I think the biggest thing that you really have to take from entrepreneurship is you really have to be ambitious and passionate about it. You really have to be a go-getter. You have to be able to seek the right people to help you succeed. And I think from my experience alone is that you really need to have a great mentor who can guide you to the level of success that you need to get in your career and in your business. So that would probably be my biggest recommendation, is to seek someone who's a mentor and find someone that's just as passionate about what you do as well, and someone who can help guide your business.
Okay, wow. So do you have your own mentors, Sashien?
Yeah, I actually worked with someone in the past, and it really helped me to build my foundation in my business, because when I started out, I did everything on my own, and I found my own ways to succeed. I found my own ways to be able to be successful.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's cool once you get that mentor and that you have somebody to gain knowledge from.
Yeah.
You start to be the mentor for other people.
Exactly.
So do you notice yourself as sort of a mentor or a leader for the people that are around you at this point, Shin?
I would say there's a lot of people that I help influence.
Okay.
To be honest, there's so many people out there trying to do something. They're trying to find their passion. They're trying to find their next career, and I think that I help influence people because I'm just like anyone else. I'm someone who had an ambition, a passion for something, and I found a way to do it and make money doing it. So I think that that's the best thing you have to do.
And now you're making it happen.
That's it.
Awesome. And I know one thing that you're good at, and it's the reason why you're on the show right now, is reaching out to people.
Exactly.
I didn't know who you were until you reached out to me, and then we began talking and stuff like that. So do you think that networking has been a huge advantage for you since you started all these businesses?
I think networking has been the hugest thing in terms of my success and just being able to get opportunities. Just being able to go out there, networking with different individuals from trade shows, events, just traveling to different places, seeing different contacts. It's been a way for me to be able to get business. It's been able to get different contacts, and those contacts have helped open up doors for me in the past. So I can't stress enough that building contacts and being able to network and meet new people is one of the most critical things that you can do in business.
Okay, what do you recommend for the people who consider themselves introverts, that aren't really sure if they could, go out and network and meet new people? What advice could you give them?
I think you have to kind of come out of your shell, to be honest. Right. You have to be able to get out there and be inspired by other people. If you're someone who's shy, then just absorb that everything's going to be happening around you, and you're going to be able to go to these events and see different people and just be inspired the same way as how you are yourself. So it's never a bad thing to be an introvert. I think that it's great to just go out there and just live a little and absorb everything that's going out there.
I love that. Go out, live a little, ladies and gentlemen. So, Sashien, I want to find out a little bit more about you, man. Why the entertainment industry? I mean, you started in landscaping. Then you got into custom print and design. And now the entertainment industry. What brings you into that sector?
So entertainment, actually, the one part I kind of left out, I guess, is when I was very, very young, from about 15 years old to about 18, I was a musician. So I was a
Oh,
lead
wow.
guitarist in a metal band. I actually had the long hair and everything, but
Wow.
I loved the music when I was at a young age. So I ended up being a shredder on the guitar, playing with my band for about 3 years,
Okay, I can
and
see that.
booking different shows downtown. So I think the music scene was always kind of behind me. When I went back on the decks to start DJing, the guitar, the drumming side, the bass stuff that I used to do also kind of came to play as well.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wow, and that's a different transition going from a lead guitarist on a metal
definitely,
band
definitely.
to DJing.
Yeah.
Where did that whole change come from?
I think at the time, the rock metal music was the big thing back then. It's still an influence to me every day. I'm such a big fan of all different kinds of music, but I'm not opposed to certain kinds as well. Right now, I would say that the house music, the hip hop, the R&B, all the different stuff that goes out now is definitely a big leader in what we do in terms of music
Okay.
as DJs. But I'm not by any means against the 80s, the 90s, the 70s, because those were the influences of what
Right.
happens in today's music as
Right.
well.
Awesome, man. Awesome.
Yeah,
Learn from the influencers that we've had in the past, and then
exactly,
go with the
exactly.
influencers that are happening right now.
Hmm.
So Sashien, tell us a little bit more about your business right now. What exactly
Yeah.
do you guys do?
So with DJ Sash Entertainment, we are a more of a boutique entertainment company. We're looking to
Okay.
focus on a number of different kind of clients. So we do stuff with corporate clients, TD Bank, RBC, Museum of Nature, sorry, and we actually do some cool stuff with weddings as well. So I've done some weddings in Ottawa, Toronto, and actually done some international events too. So those are kind of things that happen here and there, and they kind of happen as needed. But we're looking to
Okay.
definitely grow internationally. We have a roster of talent, whereas DJs and musicians and such. So we kind of focus on entering the market as more of a one-stop shop. So
Okay,
we're
so do
looking
you
to grow
guys
that.
have sort of a hub of different DJs and musicians that you
Yeah.
then kind of place into these events?
Yeah, so depending on the event, the scope of the event exactly, like you're saying, we're looking to put different guys in there that
Right.
fit the bill as well.
So if I'm a DJ
Yeah,
and I hear about you guys,
yeah.
why should I, what motivates me to become a part of your team? What's in it for me type of thing.
Yeah, I mean, like, what's in it for you is going to be the credibility that you're going to get working for us. We've been around for quite some time. We've made
Okay.
quite a bit of an impact in the market. Myself, I was doing about 100 events a year as of last year. And we just have a very strong position in the market and the people that we work with. We're not limited to the clubs. We're not limited to the
Okay,
bars.
cool.
We're working with big clients, sorry, that are really much a part of the success that we do. So,
Okay.
yeah.
So if you're a DJ out there and you want to be a part of something bigger,
Yeah.
where could they find you?
So you can go to djsash.ca. That's our
Okay.
website. It's got everything that you need on there. You can fill out the form, and one of us will get in contact with
All
you.
right, good stuff. Well, hopefully,
Yeah.
they could work with you guys, and you guys could help each other's make
For sure.
your dreams happen. That's
For
what this
sure.
is really about. So what's the plan now? Where are you going? What is your vision for your
Yeah.
future? So do you plan to stick in this business for the rest of your life, or do you have
Yeah.
other things that you're thinking about taking forward?
I've loved this business very much, and I think that for the future, I definitely want to get into more brands and expand into what I think is going to be the future for me. Right now, I don't know exactly what that's going to be, but I'm definitely enjoying what I'm doing right now, and I'm looking to definitely expand this part of my brand into something else in the future.
Okay, so do you think that what you really want to do is going to unfold, itself while you're on this journey? Like you have no idea and the
Yeah.
kind of things that you want to get yourself into?
Definitely. I have a lot of interest in music,
Okay.
marketing, and fashion. That's a lot of the bulk of my career has been there. So definitely looking to see what the next opportunity could be, and I'm looking to
Cool.
leverage this business as part of it.
Awesome. I can tell that fashion's a big thing for you. Very
Definitely.
well dressed walking in here, Sashien.
Thank you.
Awesome, Sashien. So I really want to ask you, what tips could you give to the
Yeah.
viewers right now? I mean, you've had a lot of success
Yeah.
in your life. You started a few companies. You're
Mhm.
doing a lot. You're
Yeah.
making your dreams happen. What tips could you give to the people who are maybe on the verge of thinking about making their dreams happen, thinking
Yeah.
about taking action, but they're not too sure?
Mhm.
What things could you give them that could help them out?
I think you definitely, like I mentioned earlier, is you really need a good mentor to set the groundwork and set the guideline for yourself. Be open to resources that are out there in Ottawa. We have some great places like Hub Ottawa, Invest Ottawa that are really helping the youth and the entrepreneurs of tomorrow. And you really have to seek out that advice before you really get into a business. And I think back then we used to go a little crazy trying to have an idea and make it happen, and we do whatever it takes to make it happen.
Right.
But now there is a lot more support, a lot more funding opportunities and ways to grow your business and to be able to start as well.
Cool. I think it's really important because a lot of us do want to jump right into it.
Yeah.
And by jumping right into it, we almost restrict ourselves from getting access to all of the things that are out there. We forget that they're actually there.
Yeah.
Did you look into these resources but when you were opening up your business?
That's a good question, actually. When I started, everything was pretty much capital from my own pocket, finding ways to make money and be able to scale my companies. So at the time, to be honest, there was not much resources or things that were available to me. It was basically just going out there trying to research ways to make money and to grow my business the way I could.
What ways did you find that you could use?
I was mostly networking at the time, so I was able to get clients that way. I was able to grow my business that way, and I had the advice and support from other people that were already in business.
Super organic.
Exactly. Definitely organic.
Was there how long did that take? I mean, that must have been a lot of work on your part just going out there, and now it seems like you guys got the ball rolling.
That's it.
When did the momentum start to hit? Like, how much did you have to put in the hours and put in the sweat before you saw the momentum of what you wanted to achieve unfold?
So with the entertainment company, for example, the first year I pretty much played on the decks for about 6 months.
Wow.
Within that 6 months, I landed a residency at the Courtyard Restaurant in the market doing all their weddings. So I started doing all their weddings for that whole year, and I went into the next year, and it ended up turning into 30 events a year. From there, I ended up getting an opportunity.
30 events a year from that one.
Exactly.
Wow,
exactly.
Nice.
So from that one opportunity, which was actually online, I was able to find them online, go in there, and there was about 10 other guys that were trying to get the same job. And because I had the library and I guess the personality and everything, we just kind of clicked with the manager, and I was able to get the gig. So a lot of times in business, it's sometimes it's just who you know, but sometimes it's also the personality and the way you present yourself and people. You're able to get that opportunity.
Okay, so what are some other things that have happened along the way?
Other things, I would say the biggest thing for me is going out there. So, for example, that first year that I started DJing, we actually went out to Punta Cana. We were able to play at Akon's Club.
Wow, nice.
The reason we got to play out there was because I went out there and I was able to go through so many different resources, many different Spanish people as well. So language barrier was definitely a huge thing. But it took me about 3 weeks to be able to set us up in Akon's Club and a couple other small venues, which it was kind of more of a vacation at the time, but it was still an opportunity to meet some great people.
Wow.
Yeah.
Playing on your resources and playing on what you have.
That's it.
And you know what? For the viewers that are watching, I think you guys, most of you don't realize how many resources and how much people you actually know that could help you make your dreams happen. I mean, if you do what Sashien did and just look at your network and look at your resources and look at the things that you have in your fingertips right now, you could literally make anything happen, and you could see the results Sashien is seeing in his life right now. So, Sashien, I really want to ask you, who should be on the Young Pro Show? Who do you recommend that should be coming on to this show to bring some value to the viewers that are watching?
So I have a good friend of mine, Peter Albert. He's actually originally from Dubai, grew up in Peterborough, and actually is in Ottawa now for quite some time. So he is also an ambitious entrepreneur, very dedicated to music, marketing, and fashion as well.
Okay.
He's actually pushing a very cool product called Earpiece. So that's a very affordable earplug that works very well for concerts and different venues alike. So definitely would recommend him. He's very much in the same kind of industry and has a very good experience in the stuff that he's done as well.
Okay, right. Closing things off here, Sashien, are there any final tips that you can give to the viewers about how they could make this life and start leading the life of their dreams?
Yeah. So to be able to start off, I guess would say is again, meet up with the right people, find the right contacts.
Cool.
Be able to distinguish what you're doing and show your passion. I mean, when you go out there and you network with people, you really see when someone has the true passion for what they do. You can really buy into that. So, you are your brand, sell your brand, and be able to go out there and vouch for yourself.
Okay, I love that, Sashien. You can tell that you're someone who is super passionate. There's no doubt in my mind that with everything you're doing and with the ventures you're running, you're going to be seeing massive success in your life. So look out for this guy right here because he's going to be taking the whole world by storm. Thank you to the viewers who tuned into this episode. Remember to subscribe to us on YouTube, follow us on Instagram, like us on Facebook, and stay tuned for the next episode on The Young Pro Show. Thanks a lot, guys.